Hey, welcome. It's Dr. Tartt. Dr. Tartt, thank y'all for tapping in. Welcome to another edition of Heart to Heart with Dr. Tartt, faith-based psychologist based here in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm here. Heal your relationships, heal men, heal women, heal relationships, heal children. I'm a general psychologist, but I do specialize in marriage and family. So I'm excited that you can join me. If you're tapping in today, I want to talk to you about something in relationships that's not talked about a lot. All right. I have the opportunity to do a lot of coaching, a lot of relationship counseling, especially for women. All right. And one of the things that I see that goes unaccounted for is the number of men and women who battle with clinginess. All right. How many of you know someone in a relationship and in every relationship they wear someone out? Like that relationship becomes their whole world. If that's you, or you're not sure if that's you, or you're trying to figure out, am I too needy? This podcast, this episode is for you. All right. So we're talking about too needy, 9 characteristics of clinginess. Now, this is a big deal. This is a big deal because I've counseled a number of people, and I was like, you know what? You should be married. You should be in very good functional relationships. You should be. All right. But the reason that you're not is because there's not a strong sense of self, and whomever you date becomes your alter ego. Have you ever struggled with that, or do you know someone that they're cool, but when they get in a relationship, they lose themselves? Right? I'm gonna explain to you why that happens and give you 9 signs that you might be too clingy. All right, because you may not know. All right, so let's dive in. All right, let's dive in. And make sure y'all like this channel. Make sure y'all liking and subscribe to it so that more people can find out about it and it could blow up and you can show love. All right. So let's tap in really quickly. Number one, demanding reassurance again and again. This is gonna shock a lot of y'all. Demanding reassurance again and again. All right, that's a sign that you are clingy. All right. So what this looks like is like, do I look beautiful? Tell me you love me. Send me a good morning text every day. Right. It's because and what happens is like you just don't on your own. There's so much anxiety, usually caused probably by some past trauma, or not having a strong sense of self. Maybe that comes from having neglectful parents, our parents who were there, but they weren't emotionally present, or it could come from exes, or it could be anything. But you need assurance outside of you to help decrease your anxiety. And there's nothing wrong with that as a survival technique, except it wears your partner out that you just can't believe that you're beautiful or strong or smart or fascinating on your own. I have to tell you over and over again, it can get downright frustrating. All right, number 2, expecting constant communication and interaction. Oh, that's a big one. I see that all the time with teens. Like, man, do I have to respond to you on Instagram? Do I have to respond to you on Snapchat? Do I have to respond to your text within 30 minutes? What if I'm doing something? What if I just don't feel like talking? I love you. I care for you. I just don't want to talk right now. Right? I see a lot with teens, but even in adult relationships, I text you. Y'all see the memes. Y'all see the videos, the shorts on Instagram. I text you 30 minutes and the woman is like, hey, you were no good. Sorry. Right? And men do the same thing. Right? Where are you? FaceTime and share your location. Right? Some of that's okay. If you try to check on and make sure someone is well, but if you're doing that over and over again and you need constant reassurance, that is a sign that you are clingy. All right. Number 3, hypervigilance and surveillance. Always in someone's phone. Always watching, you're seeing what they're doing, you're going through the comments, you're looking at each girl who commented on your man's page, or men, you're looking at every dude that liked the photo, going through his photos, checking her phone, making sure she has no DMs. Listen, if you have to do all of that, you shouldn't be in a relationship. Now, let me put a qualifier out there. If you're dealing with someone who's been unfaithful, that's a whole nother ball game. You don't deserve trust in the short run. You have to prove it. And the only way to prove it is that they see you're not cheating. But if you haven't cheated and you're a man or woman of noble character and you've demonstrated that in a relationship, you should not be subject to surveillance and reconnaissance missions, people checking in and going through your phone and sleuthing when you haven't done things to deserve it. That's clinginess. All right, number four, indirect communication of needs. All right, this is a good one. All right. So that means that, you feel timid about expressing the fact that you want something different in a relationship. All right. Instead of just saying, you know what, I like a date. All right. I like to go on a date and I'd like for you to plan out a place that I like to eat. You go about it indirectly, like, well, what do you like to, what are you doing this evening? What would you like to do? Are you hungry? All right. And the way you say it is so meek that it's annoying and it causes the other person to kind of like just roll over you, right? Because you just can't say what it is that you need. And when you say what you need, hey, I like a date well planned out for me versus me doing all the date planning. I want you to plan a date that reflects that you're dating me, something that shows that you know what I like and what I like to do, because it would make me feel really special right now. It's been a rough week and I need a special date. That's direct. But when you beat around the bush, what are you doing? Do you like shrimp? Do you like jazz music? Hey, what are some things? No, mm-mm. Too clingy because you're not secure enough to express your needs, which should at least be 50% of the relationship. Not judging, I'm just encouraging y'all. All right, number five, complete awareness of your partner's moods at the cost of your own. And that's a big one, right? So you'll drop everything you're doing. You can be in school for nursing, you can be in school for ministry, you can be in school getting your medical degree or a graduate degree or working on a business that has the ability to generate 6 to 7 figures, and you'll stop what you're doing to help him out with his 2-figure business or help her out with her child, right? When you have clearly said, hey, this is my time to do what I need to do, right? And so what happens is you lose sense of self. All right. And when you lose sense of self, you don't really exist in a relationship. And so you actually enable, a lot of people are surprised when they say, oh, I'm in a relationship with a narcissist. And I say, do you show up in a relationship? Because narcissists typically date people who think too lowly of themselves. You rarely see two narcissists date. What you tend to see is someone who's willing to put the other person's needs first. Great for a narcissist, right? That's great for him. That's great for her. All right, because you're willing to put your needs second. And how many helpers and healers have done that? I've definitely been guilty of that. Because if you're a helper, a healer, a dream supporter, y'all know what I'm talking about. You tend to attract people who need help, all right, when you should be attracting people who can help you as well. All right. So make sure that you feel comfortable expressing your needs and not putting your needs last, putting them equal. Right. You can do eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Your needs, my needs. 6, you're reluctant to give up space. You don't want to give it up. Right. So people are like, look, you know what? I love you. I care for you. But do we have to date every day? Do we have to talk every day we just met? Or in a relationship, I can't go out with other people, right? I can't. We can't be in the same house and I watch my own show and we have our time together. Can't go on vacation and I go for a run without you coming along. We all need that time on our own, right? But people who struggle with neediness are afraid that if you go do something on your own, you'll find someone better than them or you'll find yourself liking your time and there's no need for them. So there's no judgment there. It's really anxiety, drives this neediness. And I'm going to tell you what to do to fix it. I just want to make sure we identify it first. All right. Number 7, insecurity about the people in their life. I know that drives you batty, right? This brother's on the phone laughing, and she's looking like, "Who was that?" You can't even laugh with your cousin. You can't even laugh with a coworker. Now I get it. You don't need to be texting another woman romantically, another man romantically, but there's insecurity about your cousin. There's insecurity about going after work for drinks or going to work out with people in the gym or going to ministry or going to a concert. When you see those things, that a lot of that is smothering the other person, right? Because you can't be secure enough to allow someone to go live and do their life. Right? It actually works against you. All right. Number 8, controlling mannerisms. I mean, you get it, right? And it's a tactic that's used by men and women, right? So you think it's a good idea for a married man to go out to the club? Yeah, it depends on how you conduct himself. You think it's a good idea for you to go to dinner with another woman who's not your wife? Yeah, it's a coworker. We work together. People do it all the time. She knows about you. She's faithful. I've never given you any reason not to trust me. We're strategizing about what to do, and we're on the road. Why not go to dinner? I'm gonna check in with you later, right? controlling mannerisms, right? So, but I get it. To empathize, right? People only need to control when they don't have trust that love is enough. They don't trust that they're enough to bring you home. So I don't need to control my wife. If I know that she's coming back to me, why would I need to control her? Right? But if I don't know that she's going to come back to me, if my mom or my dad abandoned me, or ex girlfriends or boyfriends, or I have insecurities about being enough, I'm going to control you because I trust control more than I can trust love. But it always sabotages relationships. And then number nine, a partner's withdrawal. All right. That is a major sign that you need to make adjustments. When you see a partner starting to withdraw, to pull back, not respond text, spend more time with themselves, a lot of times what people do is that they increase the pursuit when you should just fall back and say, hey, babe, what's going on? And allow them to have some withdrawal time. You know, that they'll come back to you because a lot of times people withdraw. Think about having the same meal every day. I have to withdraw from Chick-fil-A, right? Can't have Chick-fil-A every day. I get tired of it. So if I withdraw from Chick-fil-A, Chick-fil-A can't be anxious and then show up at the door with 9 chicken sandwiches. I'm gonna throw them away, right? It's too much. But if you can just chill and know that I'm gonna come back to you, Chick-fil-A, right? I'm gonna find you. That distance actually helps you. All right, I hope this helps y'all. I know y'all thinking, all right, you know what, Doc, that's me. That's my wife. That's my husband. That's my boyfriend. That's my girlfriend. That's my partner. What can I do about it? Right? Great question. All right. Four things you can do to manage and stop clinginess. All right. Number one, learn to manage your own anxiety. Manage it on your own. Don't project your anxiety on your partner where they have to check in on their phone every 17 minutes that they're out to make you feel good about what they're not doing. No, learn to manage your own anxiety and say, all right, you know what? I should be able to trust my man and woman if they haven't given me a reason not to. With being out, I'm going to go to the movies. I'm going to do something for myself. I'm going to go to dinner with my girlfriends. I'm going to work out in the gym with the guys, whatever, to manage my own anxiety so that I'm not blowing them up for no reason. Number two, include your partner in the process. Let them know. Say, listen, I struggle with insecurity, and I don't want to because I don't want to lose you, and I want you to have freedom and autonomy in this relationship. And I need you to give me some feedback on some things that I can do better. And let's set up some goals so that I can gradually go to step number three. Take some small risks to build trust, right? Like allowing you to go out to eat and being okay with it, right? Like allowing you not to call, even allowing sounds controlling. Being at peace where you're not calling me every single day. We can go 2 or 3 days without talking, right? And let me be okay with that. But let me start with one day so that I can work my way up. And then four, work with a therapist. Because a lot of times this clinginess and this neediness comes from childhood abandonment, child traumas, not having our needs met, being cheated on. So you're not crazy. Your mind is say, whoa, whoa, anxiety take front and center. We're gonna have to be on anxious guard all the time to keep this person in our life. Right? We can't handle the moments of discord because we can't trust that it's gonna resolve. We can't handle the moments of question marks, of uncertainty. We have to do something to make them like us even more. Right? We can't give them space because space is how they find someone else. No, that comes from typically childhood trauma or adult trauma. So work with a therapist to be able to address it because that's not this. Mom not being there for you has nothing to do with the woman you're dating right now. Your father not being there for you has nothing to do with the man you're dating right now, or the woman you're dating right now. You get what I'm saying? That's not this. But the brain connects those things unless you go in actively and disconnect those things that should not be attached. Like just because your father was not a good family man has nothing to do with LeBron James being a great family man. Obviously, the fact that Barack is able to be a great family man has nothing to do with his father failed at that miserably, right? The fact that you had a bad relationship when you were younger has nothing to do with your ability to have trust and confidence and a sense of self in your relationship today, present time. All right. So I hope that helps. But I know you're also thinking, what can I do if I'm on the other side of that? What if I'm on the other side? I'm dating someone who I care about and they're too clingy and I don't want to leave them, but I can't take too much more of this. You know, I think you sit them down and you just straight out tell them, I love you. but I don't love your clinginess. I don't like your neediness. I would prefer, and then give them tell them how what you prefer. Our relationship would actually be stronger if I could go out and you not text me and I could miss you, right? Our relationship would actually be a lot stronger if you didn't go through my phone. Our relationship would be a lot stronger is if you gave me space naturally and I actually missed you enough to come find you, right? And that you were engaged in your own counseling or things that build up your own confidence so that I don't have to build up your confidence every single day. All right. And I need you to trust me out with my friends and my family and my coworkers if I haven't given you a reason not to, right? Typically people have not cheated and not going to cheat, in the future. So I need you to chill so that our relationship can go from where it is now, a 7 or 6 to at least an 8. So you give them a reassurance and you ask them to contract with you. They don't have to write anything down, right? But can you contract with me to allow me to be mutually happy in this relationship without your anxiety taking front and center? That's the way I want you to look at it. Like you can't have a relationship with 3 people. Not one where there's faithfulness and fidelity, right? I'm not talking about alternative lifestyle stuff. I know some of y'all like, whoa, yes, you can. All right. Knock yourself out. Let me know how that works out for you. All right. But for those of you that want a relationship with 2 people, you can't have anxiety there. Right. So if anxiety is a driver in your relationship, it is going to negatively impact it. Same thing with depression, same thing with affairs, same thing with addiction. You can't have a third person driving and contaminating the relationship. Right. So does that make sense? All right. So if you're too clingy, I hope this helps. If you're in a relationship with someone, I hope this helps. Make sure you like and subscribe. This channel right now with about 1.4, maybe 1.5 million total views. Let's try to get to 2 mil, y'all. Right. Let's try to get to 2 mil. And if you want to contact me for booking, you need some help, you want some referrals, whatever it is, follow me on Instagram. There's my website. And for speaking, now that we're out of the pandemic, or at least learning to manage it, that's my information. All right. Hit me up. I'd love to speak. And that's my text line. That's how you get these videos sent right to your cell phone without you having to do anything. The text line, just text me, hey, I want the videos. You don't have to say anything. I'll get it and I'll send it out to you. All right. So I'm Dr. Tartt. I pray that this helps you to be whole. I pray that it helps you to be able to recognize neediness and take the steps to address it, or either set boundaries with your partner. All right. So I'm Dr. Tartt. Take care. And of course, God bless.